In this video, I would like to show you a small case study where we analyze how the columns and walls join with each other. Sometimes there might be some issues affecting our project, so I will explain maybe the most common one, and you will understand how Revit interprets joining of such elements. It is very often that we place some supporting columns inside of the walls. So I have a concrete column here and two walls. So if I place a column in some random place, you will see how it looks like in a 3D. So they are now treated as two completely different elements. But if I change this wall to structural, because now this option is not active in the properties, you see what will happen. You see, these two elements now will automatically join. And they are joined because this family has one property inside of it, which I talked more about in my previous video about beams. So there is this small property that it's called material for model behavior. And if it's set to concrete, the walls and the columns will automatically try to join by default. So they are now joined, but Revit treats Revit wall higher in the hierarchy. So if we want to change the rule order of joining these two elements, we can use switch join order and click on these two elements, so it looks more like it's supposed to be. Of course, we could also split the wall, right? Split the wall. And try to solve this joining condition differently, right? By, for example, this allow join. Okay, I drew it by split with gap, so there was automatically distance locked, right? We could create a similar action like that. But if the beam is partially in the wall layers, you know, splitting will not work for us, so we would have to use the switch join order. And this is maybe not a big problem if the beam is wider than, if the column is wider than the layers of the walls, but sometimes we may have used some smaller column profile, like I created the smaller one here. And when I place it, let me also activate a structural option for this. You see, now the structural column is completely lost inside of this wall, right? So in 3D, you see, I don't see it inside of it. Even if I switch to wireframe, it just completely joined. See, oh, I may hover my mouse and miraculously find it, but it's not clearly visible. And still, I may use here in the floor plan option to switch join order. Okay, and now in 3D it's visible, right? So the part of the material now is being cut out of the wall. If I hide it temporarily, this column, you see that there is the cutout in the wall in place of the column. Okay, so I will reset temporary and hide, and I will show you that if we change the family, modify properties from material for model behavior from concrete to precast concrete, now we will lose the automatic joining part. So we will have more and more control over how it behaves. So just to sum up, now what we have here, we have a structural wall here, And I have column that the material of model behavior is set to precast concrete. And now if I place something inside of this wall, it looks like it's joined in the floor plan, but in fact it's not joined here. See, these are still two separate elements, so I can manually join them using the join command. And now I have total control over the order of joining, and I don't have to worry about this warning that element is being lost inside it. So if I create a smaller beam here, now it's precast concrete, the warning doesn't appear, and later I can just adjust how it will be joined.